This year, I challenged myself to scrapbook every photo from 2026 and to create a system that would allow any woman in any season of life with any number of pictures to keep her memories beautifully. So today we are in part 4 of this journey, and let me show you where we are. All right, welcome back to yearbook class. We have a fresh pack of photos fresh out the slammer, which is our camera rolls where our memories go to die and are never seen again. But we are changing that this year. And so if you are just joining us for this series and you missed part 1 through 3, I want to show you just what we have created so far in the series. And so we did January together. We did this cute little half sheet that then flips to February. So we made these pages. And then we get to March. And again, I used a little half sheet. And then where we left off was in April. And I realized as I was filming the last part that there was a picture I was missing that I wanted to make sure got into my album in April. And it was this picture of my mom's Easter tablescape. And then the other thing I was working through is I had more pictures than I had. Okay, so let me rephrase this. So I had a few, I either needed to eliminate some pictures or add some pictures, and I decided to add some pictures because I really wanted it to finish, cleanly on these 2 pages. So I decided to go around my house and just look through the lens of like, what's an everyday moment I want to record, especially for April. So I decided to take a picture of my April capsule wardrobe. I have a capsule wardrobe for every month of the year. I'm a total seasonal nerd. I've been building them out since high school, so about 20 years. And there is a seasonal capsule wardrobe Notion template if you want to make your own in the masterclass. But I just love having different colors for every month, and it just makes life feel very just like collected and curated and color coded, as well as like new, where it's like every month I have a new set of clothes to wear, and I just love the novelty of it. All right, so I took a picture of that, and then I also was like, let me take a picture of my current skincare routine. And I just noticed that I have a lavender lotion I'm using that I pulled out for spring, so I'm like, let me take a picture of that. And then I also just took a picture of the purple books on my shelf. And so I thought that was just a really fun way to document the things that I normally would not think to photograph. So that is an idea for you. We'll talk about these in just a second. So that is an idea for you if you come to the same place I do, where like you need an extra picture here and there to complete your layout. Just go around your house and look for something that would fit perfectly in the month, maybe has the same colors, and we have now a completed layout. I got to cut this one down. And while I'll do that, I'll answer a few really good questions I got on Instagram and on TikTok and YouTube. So the first is, what album am I using? So I am using a very OG Project Life album, and I have quite a few that are brand new in box that I'm going to put in the shop if you love this album. And albums are a little bit tricky to find, but I do have a Amazon list of all of my favorite things, including a list specifically for memory keeping. So you can look and see like what my favorites are. So we're going to complete this spread here. So there we have it. This one is done. I love the way the yellow here is picking up the yellow of the little latte sleeve, just a little ephemera, and everything is working together. So next we're going to do these. So I want to put this one down here because I alternate between full bleed pictures and then these pictures that are more of a 16:9 that can go ahead and give our layout a little more white space and just make it breathe a little bit, not feel so cluttered. So that one goes there. And then over here, same thing. And then for this last one, I could reprint this. I could absolutely reprint it, and I might, or I might just tape it together and see could tape it together. Do I want it to go like that? Yeah, I think so. I think it's kind of fun that I'm wearing this dress in this picture with my mom and my grandma. So I'm just gonna tape it together, and if it feels like it needs a reprint, then I'll go ahead and send a new one, a new print in when I send my next batch of pictures. Okay, I'm just gonna use some invisible gift wrap tape to see if I can put these together. And then the other thing that we had been talking about is I asked the gals in the Glam Memories opening ceremony, and I also asked here on YouTube, what is the hardest thing about memory keeping for you? So there were kind of two phases to the question. One is what stops you from starting to keep your memories at all? And then the other piece is once you get started, what is like the sticking point in your process? So the sticking point in the process seemed to be getting your pictures printed. So there's a whole video on the best ways to print your pictures at home or professionally in the Glam Memories class, but my recommendation, for me, it's easier to have them professionally printed, and I will link my favorite national photo printer, which is Nations Photo Lab, down below. Okay, so April is done. You can see it's a little bit short here because, you know, I did cut the middle out. So I will probably have this guy reprinted, but I think it looks fine. It doesn't bug me too much. And with that, we have the last piece of April done, and I'm just kind of going through and seeing if there's anything I would change. Ideally, if I wanted to be, you know, like really type awesome, I would probably put a picture here with a little more white space. So I could also do that. Like I could reprint this picture in the template, this template, so that it has that white space and it completes the pattern. So I could absolutely do that and probably will. And these templates are available in the shop if they would be helpful for you. And the other question I got on the templates, do the templates work with the free version of Canva? Yes, absolutely. Everything is good to go on the free version of Canva. Okay, so besides printing pictures, the next thing that was the pain point was exactly what I expected. And what do you guys think that is? You guys said more time. So I was like, yes, that makes absolute sense. Whenever we're starting a new routine, be it keeping our memories, be it working out, cooking more, whatever it is, like it's difficult to find the time, especially initially before you get into a workflow and you have a process and you know how it fits into your life and exactly how you're going to execute it. So I got to work thinking about what are ways that I can save you time month over month and save myself time. And so I decided to batch some of the processes I was doing every month right now so that we can set up our yearbooks going forward. And so that when we get to keeping our memories every week or every month, however, whatever, or week, whatever cadence you're doing every season, I wanted to, oh, I forgot we did this last page of April too. Anyway, so I like to repeat elements in my albums. So I've been repeating this Home Sweet Home graphic, and I went ahead and made the full set of 12. So when I originally did these for February and January, I just had a little saying here, like February I did stay a little longer, and then January I did the come sit by the fire a while. But then when I got to April and March, I went and I did like open, what does this one say? Open windows, fresh starts, good luck. And so they started to become like just like very seasonal. So April says April showers, blooming flowers, sunny hours. And so I'm like, okay, I want them to be consistent with kind of the words. And so I went through and made really cute seasonal words on all of them. So this one for January now says warm blankets, cackling fires, fresh beginnings, and February says love notes, sweet treats, hearts aglow. And so I went through and did them for the whole year. So here is May and June, July and August, September and October, and then November and December. So all of these are in the shop as a full 12 pack, and they are in there when you download the listing. They are in 3x5 format, and they're also in 4x6. So when you get these, all you have to do is upload them literally directly to your photo printer or print them at home, however you're doing it, and it's completely done for you and done for me. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my pages for future months. So I'm going to cut these apart and kind of just like make setup pages for May, June, July, August, September, October. So let's go ahead and get these cut down to size. And then I did that across everything that I was doing every month. So I went ahead and also did the cards where I am personifying the month. So I thought that it would be fun to make these little cards here with it just like a fun, I've just been calling it the personification, or I called the shop listing Meet the Month, because in the Seasonal Living Masterclass, we talk a lot about how the year is a emotional progression. It's not a productivity cycle, but a lot of times we treat it like a productivity cycle. So I was thinking, how can I kind of make the emotions of each month clear, the emotional experience of each month clear. And so we talk about that at the beginning of our monthly growth ceremony. We talk about how each month has a different divine assignment for us and has a different rhythm and has just a different, emotional tone. So I tried to capture that, and I think I did a pretty good job, although you guys can read through and let me know. So I captured all of that for each month. So I went through and I finished them all. So here's May and June, here's July and August, here is September and October. And just for funsies, we'll read September. So it says, September settles into the rhythm August prepared. She opens the windows to cool morning air, lights her favorite candle, and welcomes autumn home. The seasons begin to change, and somehow, so do you. There's comfort in familiar routines and joy in beginning again. If you listen closely, she's saying, settle in, welcome fall, you're right on time. So these are kind of abbreviated versions of what I send out at the beginning of every month. On the 1st, I send out a Clubhouse newsletter, and it's kind of like a mini magazine talking about the experience of the month on the whole and then what we're going to be doing together. So I love including these in my monthly album. And then lastly, I also have been doing these season and year labels every month. So I want to just go ahead and get these done too. And they're super cute with the monthly color and then the monthly icons. And so all of these are going to be totally ready to go. So that's one less thing that I have to do every month when I am creating my yearbook, and one less thing for you to do. So I set these up so again, all you do is upload them directly to your favorite photo printer. They will end up on your porch, or of course you could print them out at home all in one blow, and they're ready for us. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. So let's get started. Okay, so I cut all of these cards down, and now we are going to make these prep pages so that they are ready to go when we get to the month. So first I'm going to just replace these. And I know I said this in the last video, but I just so appreciate that if you change your mind or make a mistake, it essentially costs you about 30 cents to redo something. And as a type awesome, I just love how that just gives me so much flexibility, and it helps me just not overthink and just kind of get things done as I go. Okay, so those are replaced, and now we're going to make these prep pages. So here is May, and so I have 3 of these cards for May, and I'm going to just slip these in. And of course they aren't going to stay in these locations when I do my actual spreads, but that's okay. I can just easily take them out when I am ready. And so here we have June, same thing. And so let me know what do you think really speeds up your process when you are memory keeping? Like what do you think both really helps, and then like what are the sticking points? I would love to know. I want to cover it in this series, and then of course cover it in the in great detail in the Glam Memories series. Maybe not super great detail, but you get the idea. I want the Glam Memories experience to be the just complete end-to-end process of everything you might need, and whether to know or supply-wise for creating your yearbooks, creating your 12 by 12 scrapbooks, creating your maybe like a 6 by 8 scrapbook for maybe if you're doing like a December daily, or you're doing a October daily, or maybe like an album about your reading life. So if you want a little more support as you are doing your memory keeping and you have specific questions, I have created a video series on how to just do memory keeping from end to end, from organizing your photos, editing, printing, laying them out. And so all of that is up. You get access as soon as you join. Oh, I did this one a little bit tight. Let's see, am I going to need to cut this one down? Eventually I will, but we're just going to make it work. All right, there is October. Okay, and then November. Isn't it fun seeing it totally come together even in advance? Like we haven't even gotten to November yet, but we've got pages waiting for us and we've got memories to make. Okay. And December. Okay, so let's flip through and check our work. So now going into, so right now it is July if you're watching this in real time, and I have gone up through April because I have also been kind of creating all the templates and creating the masterclass as I've been going, and I've been learning and sharing, you know, what is going to be the most time effective process for us. So I'm a little bit slower than I would be if I was just like going straight through and making my layouts. So next I'm going to be doing the May and June pictures, and then I am up with July. So then I will be current. And so here we have our August pages ready to go, our September pages, and October, November, and December. So it feels good to just have that fully taken care of. And that is kind of my cost and my time saving hack for just doing the prep. So do whatever you can in one batch process. Maybe you go through and just spend like one weekend morning getting these all printed and uploaded, or uploaded to your photo printer, and then, you know, another weekend morning just cutting them down. And then other than that, I've just been doing a month at a time. Takes me maybe an hour to get all my pictures uploaded to the printer, and then, you know, we do it together, putting them in the sleeve. So it's a really manageable process, and I really hope it is serving you. That is a wrap on this installment of keeping our memories and getting all of our pictures out of our phone and into real life. If you would like to take the full Glam Memories course, the full Glam Memories experience, it is linked down below, as well as the full membership experience that includes book club, Bible study, the seasonal living masterclass, my vlog series with the home tours, everything. And right now is such a fun time to join because we are voting on our fall title candidates. So we are building our cozy fall book stacks, and this is one of the most highly anticipated live streams of the year where we pick out what we're going to be reading together this fall season. So with that, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back with part 5 of this series, and if you want to get involved with Paper and Glam or just stay connected, there is a newsletter. I send it out every Thursday with just a little update. It's a little kind of note from my desk to yours, kind of a micro blog. I talk about anything new in the shop, if there's a new video, or just say hi and let you know what has been kind of beautiful and seasonal for the week. So with that, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again soon.